Good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from windy, a little bit cooler San Antonio, Texas. The second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coaching speaker in the world. Hope you guys are ready for a rocking day today. Okay, let's have a conversation here real quick. Massive, big change in your life will typically, as a general rule of thumb, only begin to happen when one of these two catalysts or triggers takes place. Inspiration or desperation. Inspiration or desperation. One of these two triggers will tend to be the defining factor in your decision. If you remember, we talked about decide. You've heard the word suicide, genocide, homicide. This means to kill a generation, a self, a person. Decide means to kill off all other options. There are no other options when you truly decide. Are you living a life of principle or a life of preference? One is flaky, one is solid. One has long-lasting results, one has short-lived peaks and valleys. There's a difference between interest and decision. Sorry for how loud it is. It's a little crazy town this morning, y'all. Should probably have the top up. There's a big difference. So you get to decide. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put that top up because there's a little crazy town right now. You get to decide whether you are going to be moved to change through inspiration or desperation. Now let me tell you what the difference is going to be and will be. When you are changed and you make a decision to change because of desperation, it is typically because something awful has happened that has you with your back up against the wall, and it could very well be a life or death situation. That is what happens when desperation shows up in your life. Something desperate occurs. Let me take my volume down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Desperation will put you in a position that truly the choice has been made for you. What does desperation look like? It looks like a man coming home and the house is empty. Her stuff is packed. The kids' toys are gone. Desperation. It looks like somebody coming to work and their stuff on the box on their desk, ready to go with a pink slip. Desperation. It looks like somebody going for a garden variety routine checkup at the doctor's office, and the doctor and several of the staff members come in with solemn faces saying, "We have some very intense news that we need to talk to you about." Desperation. Desperation will make the decision for you, and the cost is significantly high. Desperation. Inspiration, on the other hand, you have the choice. Inspiration. Inspiration is where you have the opportunity to seek out information, others, resources, solutions to an area of your life you are unhappy with, that you are not satisfied with, where you sense you can be more, do more, have more, experience more, because you know there's more to you than what meets the eye, and you can seek out inspiration as a catalyst, a trigger to making big change in your life. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, inspiration, there's a lot lower price to pay with inspiration, because it is a momentum that comes from personal growth and personal development, which says, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not going to wait until desperation shows up for me to make the decision, to decide, to cut off, kill off all other options for me to move forward. What would inspiration look like prior to desperation in the aforementioned scenarios? It would be the man coming home, the kids are at grandma and grandpa's, his wife is sitting at the table in tears saying, "Enough. I know you are trying to build something for us and trying to give us something that you never received as a child, but you're not giving us what you did receive as a child, which was your parents' presence. We need you in this home. We have to figure out another way to do this. Inspiration can lead to change before desperation shows up. It's that time when they have the job review and they say, now, Sarah, here's the thing, Sarah. The issue here, Sarah, is that you are showing up to work late. You're doing the bare minimum. You're gossiping among the others in the office. You're creating an issue in our office. Whoever's typing stuff up, I love you. I can't read when I'm driving, but let me just say this to you. Thank you for interacting. I'll read it when I get to work and I'm not driving anymore, guys. Sarah, you've got to change. Your job is on the line, and Sarah makes a decision that she is going to show up early, that she is going to attend seminars, that she is going to listen to crazy realtor coaches in the morning every day to get fired up, to realize there's more to this life than she believes, and that she's living on programs that have been placed in her head by others when she grew up, and that her parents' conversations with her as a child have become her inner voice as an adult, and she now realizes she can change those programs, change her thinking, change her feelings, take new actions, and create new results, and Sarah begins to change. It's the person that goes to the doctor 3 years, and the doctor says, look, man, you are on a crash course. You are 80 pounds overweight. If you don't do something, this is not going to end well. And he takes inspiration and says, damn it, I'm done. I'm going to do it. I'm going to freaking get the gym membership. I'm going to hire the nutrition coach. I'm going to hire the freaking personal trainer, because what it's costing me in medication is twice as much already. And if I don't do this, I could be dead. Inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two is going to catch you. You will either be confronted in desperation, or you will be moved by inspiration. Desperation does not announce itself. Desperation does not give you an opportunity to prepare. Desperation does not say, hey, today looks like a good day for the crap to hit the fan for you. Get ready. Desperation shows up at your front door, and you can do nothing except react. That is it. The price is heavy that you will pay if you wait to make big change for desperation. My charge and challenge to you is seek inspiration. Seek motivation. Look for opportunities to grow and learn. Challenge your thoughts. One of my favorite teachers, Graham Cook, says this: if all of your best thoughts have brought you to a place in your life that you are unhappy with, have another thought. Have another thought. You may not keep the bird from flying over your head. You can dang sure keep him from building a nest in your hair. You cannot control the first thought. You can decide how long you are going to entertain it, whether you will agree with it or not, or whether you will immediately replace it with something powerful that will lead you into a new place in this life. Has your best thinking got you where you are today? Well, let me give you an invitation of inspiration. Have another thought. Question what you are thinking about. Well, nothing good happens for me. And it never will, as long as you say that. Well, I could never imagine myself living that life. Well, you never will, because it begins with you seeing it and believing it. Well, I just don't know. I mean, I don't have the money. Who does? Nobody has all the money they need to do everything they need to do. But if you open yourself up to, I will become more valuable and therefore earn more money, then you can get to work on you. Excuses, people. Excuses. You're either known for excuses or for execution. Do you execute or do you excuse? Do you blow off the things that are allegedly important to you? Does your audio and your video match up? Or is there a gap between what you say and what shows up in your schedule in your daily life? You get to decide, ladies and gentlemen. You get to decide. Big change. It's going to come from two places: desperation or inspiration. Desperation is very costly. Inspiration, not as much. The good news is, when you start walking down that path of inspiration, oh baby, it gets addictive. It gets exciting, because you realize the capacity that the good Lord has given you with this amazing mind He gave you to create your own experience through the stories you tell yourself, and you get to tell yourself those stories. Why let everybody else tell you your story? Why did everybody else tell you what you can or cannot do? Why did everybody else tell you what's possible for you? Why be like Zig Ziglar said, worried about SNIOPs, where you're susceptible to the negative influence of other people? Don't deal with the SNIOP action, y'all. You are the author of the book of your life. Why are you letting somebody else write it? Do not write it. Desperation or inspiration? Big change comes from the two. My suggestion as inspiration. And as I wrap up, as I do with my man who I love, Zig Ziglar, where people would give him a hard time, well, inspiration and motivation don't last. Well, sugar pie, honey plum, neither does bathing, which is why we recommend it daily. Have a great day, guys.